A total of 30,468 lots, of which 28,000 are residential, were distributed between 2020 and 2023, members of the media were told at a year-end press conference hosted on Wednesday by Subject Ministers Colin Crowell and Susan Rodrigues. But specific to 2023, a total of 8,578 residential lots were distributed. In its 2020 manifesto, the People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC promised to allocate 10,000 lots annually until 2025. Minister Rodrigues said the ministry has been steady at the task, acquiring and transferring lands with 51 new areas developed since 2020. Lands allocated also include those for commercial and religious purposes, for regularization and open public spaces. The Minister Rodrigues said, has maintained a consistent 40% allocation to women only, and this year the allocation to women only peaked at 43%.
And that has been consistent. And by income, when you examine the allocations by income, a combined low, moderate, and middle income lots accounting for 92% of our total allocations over the last 3 years. So that is significant, and that is in keeping also with the objective of the housing program. That is to ensure that affordable housing is provided to all Guyanese.
Further statistics provided by Minister Crowell demonstrated that youth were also major beneficiaries, with 35-year-old and under receiving house lots accounting for 53.3% of all allottees. Some 15,119 of all allottees were young people. Roughly 90% of allottees were between low to moderate income, ensuring affordable housing for Guyanese, and the males only made up 27%.
That must be taken into context, where in 3 years we are 30,000 plus, versus in 5 years you have 7,534. And what is to note, the category for allocations, majority of the allottees were females. In fact, males alone, standalone allocation was 27%, 45% for females. That tells you a story, and that tells you about opportunity for all segments of our population. And another interesting fact to note, of those allocations, using the recognized standard of age for the bracket for youth, meaning 35 years and younger, 53.3% were allottees that are 35 and under.
Providing a regional breakdown, Crowell said efforts are underway to develop new areas for housing in regions 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But in 2023, some 7,128 were distributed in Region 4. These were mostly on the east coast of Demerara, with new available lots on the east bank of Demerara currently unavailable. Another 1,079 lots were distributed in Region 3, 125 in Region 5, and 192 in Region 6 in 2023. The total allocations in 2023 make up for 32% of total allocations since 2020. Currently, there are 63,032 pending applications in the system, and the ministry is currently making allocations to persons who applied in 2019 and prior. For the newsroom, Kurt Campbell.